Hey, what is up guys, SomebodyOnEarth here, and today Nelson released Devlog number 4, so let's take a quick look at it. So he starts off by summing up what has happened in the short past with 3.0, with all the crafting, inventory and stuff, saying that that will be the main focus for a little while in 3.0. Then we get to the juicy stuff. He says this: items can have randomized properties associated with them which are currently used for clothing, colors, and patterns, and holographic site reticule, I don't know what that word is, / colors. This will open up a lot more customization options, like harvesting plants to create dyes for your clothes, potentially paints too, and make content creation a lot faster. In 3.0, there are 8 versions of each item for each color, which is a nightmare to maintain. So with this, he can expand upon what kind of colors, and he even said paint in there, so we could possibly paint our bases different colors. And I think that'd be a great way to camouflage. So if you're in a really foresty part of the map, you can paint it green or whatever. I don't know. Maybe if you're in the sky base, you could paint it blue to match the sky. I think that'd be pretty cool. But, we'll have to see. Also, imagine dyeing your clothes camouflage. You only can find a yellow t-shirt in the town, and you're having trouble finding any other things, but you have some plants at the back of your base, so you can dye it green and blend in with your surroundings better. I think that's really cool. Alright, next he says this: ballistic simulation, bullet penetration. Different surfaces have different penetration properties. Example, harder to travel through concrete than thin wood, and eventually ammunition types will handle these surfaces differently. One of my future goals here is to have ammunition tiers, such as crafted 5.56mm bullets, have worse armor penetration than military grade, than FMJ, so on and so forth. I think this would be crazy for Unturned to have this. So imagine you're PvPing or something, and you can shoot through the walls. Just imagine that. I think that's crazy. Alright, next he says this: what if you could choose to play as an animal when joining a server? My thought process here is that while 4.x's animals AI will be a lot better than 3.0's, nothing beats fighting against real, smart opponents, and not only would it be fun to play as an animal, but a lot more challenging to hunt, assuming they'd have similar health / life stats that would also encourage more in-depth natural survival features, since animals can't eat canned beans. Personally, I don't think that this is a great idea. While it does sound very cool, so that we would actually have animal opponents that don't have guns or stuff, I think it could be added in a game mode. I think that'd be pretty cool. If you have any suggestions for Nelson, just comment down below or post it on the forum. Now we're on to the inventory management stuff. So here in this video, he shows the overhauled inventory system. While we're here, we can see he's adding shoes, slings, bracelets, and even overcoats. That's some really cool stuff for more storage. Anyways, he goes on to pick up some more items and even inspect them. You can see here he inspects this maple strike and moves it around, kind of like with the skin viewer, but in game. I think that's really cool. If you want to see the full video, you can check it out by hitting the info card here. Under the inventory section, he writes this: one of my big focuses has been keeping the inventory code very robust and also open to all kinds of modding. For example, multiple players can be using the same storage at the same time, which opens lots of highly requested possibilities, such as looting through a player's clothes on their corpse rather than hard to sort loot explosion, or inspecting a surrender player's backpack contents. All of this code works regardless of context as well. So for example, you can attach a sight to a gun that's sitting on the ground without picking it up. I think that'd be very awesome. I know it's a simple concept, but being able to have 2 people in a locker, for instance, is something very cool. Also, looting through a surrendered player's backpack. I know PvP is a big thing in Unturned right now. I'm not against it, but, this would promote not as much killing on sight, if you just want to loot that player. So you could put him in handcuffs, and then you could search through him. Pretty cool in my opinion. He also talks about how he's going to keep the slots under the character to get sort of an overview of your clothing instead of having to scroll through your inventory to see what you have on. If you have cosmetics, you can't tell, and then you gotta turn them off or whatever. It's kind of annoying how it is in 3.0. Lastly, he shows an animation example for walking, crawling, and stuff. I'm gonna leave you guys with this, so enjoy.